sounds like a job for Wendy's Tower of Power.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm palming the ball. Number 5, 4, 3, 2. Number 1.
I say it in a voice. Tower of Power.
Tower of Power. Starring Brian Windhorst.
All right.
Oh.
That didn't work out well.
Wow.
All right, these are the teams that have made the best moves, in my opinion, so far. Okay, number 5, LA Clippers. They did a great job re-signing James Harden to a really reasonable contract. And then they got Brook Lopez tonight, which is actually one of the most surprising moves of tonight. Number 4, again, right now, this can change. Memphis Grizzlies. They signed, we didn't mention this tonight, Jaren Jackson Jr. into a $240 million contract extension. They're going to lock down their defensive centerpiece there. And they went out and got a nice pickup in Ty Jerome, signing him away from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 3, we were just talking about him. The Denver Nuggets, the big mover tonight, trading for Cam Johnson, bringing Bruce Brown back. And that is definitely going to be one of the biggest moves that we've had this first week. Number 2, how about the Atlanta Hawks? The big move around the draft, bringing in Kristaps Porzingis and make a great draft night trade to pick up a great asset from New Orleans. And then tonight with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Number 1, got to be the Houston Rockets. I don't know if you guys heard, Kevin Durant is now a Houston Rocket, or at least he will be by later in the week. And then look at the other moves they've made, re-signing Jabari Smith. Today, adding Dorian Finney-Smith, re-signing Fred VanVleet. They get better by the day. They're in great shape. And 1A, Shams Charania breaking every story, totally dominating so far.
That is where the winners are. One more time.
That's where the winners are.
And that is Brian Windhorst's Tower of Power. Tim Legler, when you're looking at the moves that we saw today, when we sign off of the show and you go home tonight as we're setting for tomorrow, you're going to say, okay, that team, they really got better here.
Well, I think it's a consensus about what Houston's done. And some of that was Durant already happened. So for me, it's Denver. You know, Denver, what were they going to do to stay fresh, to hit the reset button? They not only improved a starter, they also added depth, which was a major problem for this team in the postseason.
I like Memphis. I like bringing back Jaren Jackson Jr. I also like losing Desmond Bane. You bring in a guy who was possibly the 6th man of the year last year in Ty Jerome, averaged 12 points a game, so you bring in another scorer. I want to see, can Ja Morant lead that team in the West? Can he be a leader?
I like your Clippers there. They've been disciplined about keeping their cap space and lining up with Kawhi Leonard, and they've found a way to get Brook Lopez on a very reasonable deal away from what everyone expected to the LA Lakers.
I really have liked what the Atlanta Hawks have done, and our Shams Charania just reported that Trae Young actually reached out to Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard to try to help with the recruiting process. Free agency 2025, my friends, is just getting started.
That would be news to me.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Think I'm gonna try to wear, I pull up all brains. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's 88 over here,